In this video, I'll be walking through a simple lead generation system that will allow you to use AI to automatically write personalized emails to potential clients and then also send them automatically. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, we're going to be implementing this in Make.com. So if you don't have an account, then you'll need to make one. If you do have an account, then the first step is creating a new scenario. So the first step of this scenario is going to be search rows. And before I set that up, let me show you the example test data. So this is like a typical sheet that you might get from a data source like Apollo.io or anywhere else you might pull list or scrape info on people you want to outreach to. So we'll have a first name, an email, a website, and then this last column, email sent, is for our Make automation. So I'll show you how that works. So basically, the first thing we need to do is find this particular sheet inside of our drive. It's just one sheet. And then this filter is going to be on email sent. It needs to be a Boolean equal to. So this is going to filter out any rows where the email sent is true, because we've already sent the email in that case. So as far as our limit, we're going to be going one email at a time because we are doing email outreach. If we send a bunch of emails in a very short period of time, it's going to make us look like spam. So we're going to space them out over a 15-minute period. And we're basically going to do that when we actually make this module live. It's going to be every 15 minutes. So every 15 minutes, it'll check this Google Sheets for a row where sent is false, and then it will send that email. So this way everything is spaced out and it looks like an actual human sending the emails. Preferably it would be different lengths, like maybe 14 minutes one time, maybe 17 minutes another time. But we could add a sleep module in, but I'm not going to do all that for the purposes of this video. But for the second step in this automation is going to be an HTTP request. So we're going to be getting some information in order to make personalized emails, because personalized emails have a much better chance of getting seen and replied to. So we're just dragging this website. All of this data comes from this Google Sheets module. We drag this website into the URL section. The method should automatically be on get, and that's all we have to do in order to basically pull the page, pull the web page from the prospect's website. And then once we pull that page with this HTTP request, we're going to get basically an HTML file, a file with HTML and JavaScript, and we need to parse that HTML in order to get the actual information out, the actual words on that website out. So we just use this HTML to text parser. And yeah, if you see this little error, it just doesn't like a transformer being the last module on the path. But after we've parsed the text and got the information out of the website, the next thing to do is feeding that information into ChatGPT. So we'll do 4.0 mini. And if you're not familiar with how to use ChatGPT, especially for automations and things like that, your prompt is very important. Your system prompt is letting ChatGPT know how it needs to behave and what the goal is. So it should be pretty detailed. I went ahead and made one beforehand. So this is basically just telling ChatGPT you're an SDR for a marketing company that runs Google Ads, and your job is to analyze information from a website and then write a personalized email to that particular prospect, giving it pointers as far as keep the message concise and use plain language. And it's important to add this little this note at the end. Remember, you are writing an email directly to the prospect, because we just want to take what ChatGPT returns and plug it directly into our email. And ChatGPT might summarize the message or explain what they were doing with the message. As far as tokens, you shouldn't need more than 300. And then you also, after you've added this message in the system role, you're going to actually have the user message, which is what you would type in as an actual user trying to get ChatGPT to do to write this email. So we're going to say, here is the prospect's name, and then that's also data we have in this first module from Google Sheets. And then we'll say, here is the prospect's website. And then once again, that comes from our Google Sheets module. So we have a name, a website, we've set the max tokens, we have the system prompt letting them know what to do. So ChatGPT has all the information it needs to go ahead and write a personalized email. And after we get that email back, we're going to go ahead and send it. So for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to use Gmail. If you have a professional email, then you're going to use a different module. I'll show you what that is afterwards. Subject, let's just say marketing services. Content is going to be the result of what ChatGPT comes up with. So we just drag in result from this ChatGPT module and boom, up. Gotta have a recipient. That also comes from this first Google Sheets module. Just drag the email in and you're good to go. All right, so we've now completed basically everything in the automation, from reading the data, searching the website, getting the text out the website, feeding the text into ChatGPT, and then writing the email. The last step is to update our Google Sheets row. So we're gonna go to rows and then update row. And this is basically just going to be so that when we run the module again in 15 minutes, we know which rows we've already sent emails to. So we can get the row number that we pulled in the first module out of the first module. So just drag in this row number here, and then for email sent, we're gonna go to this, if you see this top tab, click on the gear icon, and in general functions, we're just going to go ahead and drag the true keyword over here. So this is going to set that value in the Google Sheets column as true, so that we know to ignore it in the future. And that is the entire setup. So let's go ahead and run it and make sure everything works properly. All right, so if we go to email, we can see the email sent is now true. So it went ahead and ran. I ran this module before to make sure it worked properly, but let's see, 522. Yep. So this is the new module. Oh, there goes the light. But like I said, I ran this module earlier to make sure it was working. But I believe, yeah, this is the new one. Okay. So this is the new one. And then you say, hey Xavier, hope this message finds you well. Recently came across your website. Impressed by your focus on helping businesses optimize their operations, scale effectively. We specialize in running. So it's using the information that is scraped from that particular webpage, and then is writing a personalized email. Once again, I had problems with this earlier as far as this your name part, so I need to change the prompt in order to get rid of that. But besides that, this is a good personalized email that looks like somebody actually checked out the website and then sent it over. So it would typically perform well and get good reply rates. So if you want something more complex, more email inboxes, more variables, CRM integration, stuff like that, I could definitely help you. Make sure to book a call with me to see how we could potentially implement that. If you have other automation needs for your business, book a call for that as well. And if you want more similar content, then make sure to subscribe to the channel for everything else related to AI and automations and things of that nature.